Hello everyone, Be the Amazing Greek here. Thank you for watching this video. In this video I'm going to show you how to make the Type 2 caltrop. This requires no welding, very simple hand tools, easy construction. This is what it looks like. And like the one I showed you in the previous video, you throw it down and it lands point up regardless. So let's get into what you'll need and how to assemble this. And then if you want some, you can make them. Don't forget to wear your safety gear. Okay, for this project we are going to need something to cut metal, something like a hacksaw, bandsaw, or an angle grinder. We're going to need a marker, a ruler of some type, preferably with a hard edge, and then we're going to need some flat metal stock. In this case we will be using an electrical box cover. Now what I've done here is I've used my square, and I went in, and where this has a hole, we don't need this, so I made a mark so that it cuts this off, and then I just use that dimension around the whole edge to make a square. And these pieces here, those will be gotten rid of. What we'll do is we'll cut this shape out, and then we will go from corner to corner of this square and cut it in half and make two triangles. Okay, so I've got my square shape cut out, and what I've done is I've measured across the whole thing, got my dimension. What I want to do is from the point, I just figured it'd be easier while I'm doing it this way to make the marks in the same spot. I want to go from the center here, which is going to be the base of the triangle, to the point. I got my dimension. I took half of that and I made a mark right here. After I cut this square in half and make two triangles, I will then cut 3/4 of an inch for me. It was 2 1/4 inches from base to point. I'll cut a 3/4 slot. Like I said, I did that while it was still connected so I could go from point to point and get a straight line. And that's what these marks are. That one I went over a little bit, but that's a dimension that you need to make. Alright, so now that they're cut, that line that we made, we want to cut a slot to the end of our mark, whatever the halfway point is from the base to the point on each of them. Okay, so we have two triangles. They each have the slot cut in them. What we want to do is we want to put these slots together. Okay. Now these will be snug. Let's clamp them in the vise so we can see what we're doing here. Block of wood or something. There we go. Not sure if we're halfway there yet. I could have made this slot just a hair looser, but I did not want to have to do any welding. Typically, if I was making these myself, I think we're there. If I was making them just for me and not as an instructional, I would have welded them just to give them strength, but you can see they're not going to fall. There we go. I would weld them just to give them extra strength, but you can see that they're fairly tight. So, point up, see? Now this is oversized so that you can see exactly what I was doing. I didn't want to try to show you on the tiny little pieces of metal like you would use for bikes or to stop people's feet. But this, you know, something larger for like a tire or something like that. And also so you can see it well. See? Lines up every time. That is how you make the Type 2 caltrop. Thanks for watching.